Well, hello there. Welcome back. Or I should say, I'm back, finally, making this updated video, specifically a little Q&A based on all the comments that well, not all the comments, but a great deal of comments that I've received. I'm ready to answer some questions. Let's get to it. Question number one, first and foremost, is what is that in the back of your van? What is that drawer system? Or where did you get those pullouts? Or what is that bed? You know, I get a lot of random questions where people are like, what is that in the back? Welcome to the micro camper, my minivan camper, which is a Toyota Sienna hybrid. Outfitted with a Riverleaf camper kit. For me, the kit allows this van to be my daily driver, but it's also a camping van on the fly. Easily outfitted and stocked, bundle of joy was delivered to the FedEx facility for quick pickup. After removing my third row seats, the kit fit right into the van. Since the third row seats are removed, there's space to store all sorts of things down here. Leveling these feet out to make sure that the kit is able to unfold completely, all nice and empty. You can clearly check it out. This kit would accommodate a double bed if you want to do that, or just doing the one side like I do gives you 25 inches to work with on the width. Otherwise, my van, I think it's 48 inches wide. Ample space for storing your gear below the bed and in the trunk. Fine workmanship and outstanding customer service from Riverleaf. I just love these guys. Because the kit folds up so well, you can quickly put it back into passenger mode if you need to cart some folks around. Just make sure your bedding can fold up or roll up really well and you're good to go. When I want to pop it back into camper position, I just push the seat forward, set down that last extension piece of the platform, and get to putting your bed back. Just lay your mat or mattress or whatever your bed equipment is back out. Now to get the trifold mattress to cooperate as a 4-inch mattress. When you've got the sheet on it, it's kind of difficult for me to just get that thing to stretch back out, but it's there. It's all good. And there we have the situation for setting up the bed and how fast it converts back into a camper. Ta-da! Okay, how do you cook? Good question. Well, for the most part, I cook just the same I do at home indoors, only I'm using the little Coleman single burner butane stove out of the back of the van. Between using a kettle, a cast iron pan, another frying pan, this little toaster tray, I could pretty much make anything that I want to. My favorite pan for now is this little pie iron. You can make various pancakes, banana bread, all sorts of tasty items, sandwiches, you name it. This has been a blast. Other favorite cooking method is on the open fire using the little solo stove and often the pie iron too. On to the electric choices. We have the Hot Logic, which is very useful for all of the frozen meals and things I bring from home to reheat. Here we've got the electric kettle for heating up water for coffee, oatmeal, anything like that. And have a few USB options for things like this. The blender, we've got a little coffee mug that blends up broth or protein powder very well. I store most of the coffee, tea, and those powdered items here in the tackle box. So I've got my little electric kitchen capabilities for indoors, and then of course opening up the back, and you've got everything you need back there too. Okay, next is, where do you store water? I use this 3-gallon portable tank that has a USB dispenser on top rather than the inside water system that the kit comes with. And then I also love these two 1.5-gallon tanks that I just store. Okay, and then we've got this one very important question that I'm asked often, and that is, can you sit up on your bed? No, I cannot sit up straight on my bed. I'm going to show you, because I have 6 inches worth of mattress here between the 2-inch mat and then the 4-inch mattress. So when I crawl into bed, it's like this. And notice how I'm curled up. I can stretch on out, like literally laying down is not a claustrophobic feeling. It's fine and dandy. In fact, it's really comfortable. Where's your commode? Or how do you have bathroom breaks? You know, anything along those lines. People want to know, how do you go to the bathroom? What do you use? What do you do? So I want to go ahead and just show you something that I do still keep in the van, even though I don't necessarily use it anymore, but it's just in here for, you never know, everybody should have one of these, right? If you have female parts, these little funnels can help do the trick if you're trying to empty your bladder in any kind of situation where you don't have the right equipment that you're used to. So this is a great substitute. I will say it could be a little challenging at times, and it's not my favorite. It's not my go-to for a quick emptying of the bladder. What I do have, and although I don't usually grab it from here, I'm usually sitting in that middle seat when I'm using this device, but check it out. It's a handy dandy bulk candy container. I believe this had Reese's cups in it. It's a nice wide mouth jar, plastic. Good screw-on lid. Put some tape on it just to disguise it, because you know nobody wants to see, because it's clear. Nobody wants to see what you got in there. So just being mindful and trying to keep it legit. It's very nice though. Tends to be my go-to thing on the road. You never know. Sometimes when you're having to wake up in the morning and you can't quite make it to the restrooms at the campsite, or maybe you're at a place that is off-grid, you don't even have restrooms available, so you have to make do with what you have. We also have some other bathroom choices for the number 2, and I have that available in here too. Let's take a look. At first sight, this looks like I'm bringing cupcakes to a birthday party, but in actuality, it's the car loo. 100% portable, has a nice locking lid, airtight. Below that, you have a layer of silicone, I believe it is, that's kind of sticky and has a nice fit to the rim, the seat rim. And below that, you've got a stainless steel tub, which I've got lined with some compostable trash bags in there. Store some extras down below there, and it's very easy to use, easy to seal up if you need to. No need to worry about odor. It's a little on the shallow side, but overall it's got a great purpose and something handy to keep in your vehicle. Okay, now this one on the other hand is my top pick currently, not only because it's the same style toilet. It does not have the locking features and all that jazz, but it's actually more useful. Still using it with the bags. This has some absorbing gel beads, and then look, adjust it up to the height that you need. Where do you store your chairs and table and extra gear? So when I want to lessen the clutter, especially when it comes to my chair or additional tables I might be packing or a larger tent, I like to put everything up in that roof box, including the stool you see there. Next one is all about privacy and the cozy factor, and believe it or not, it has a lot to do with temperature control too. And that is, why do you have both curtains and window covers? Why do you have both? First, let me get started with showing you the side curtains I most recently added. They match the front cabin curtains that are installed with industrial Velcro and upholstery tacks. They hide everything over on the side here, the utility side as I call it, and over on the other side where I enter and exit most of the time, on this side. So I can open and close it, and it's great for privacy as well. There's certain benefits the curtains are going to provide that the window covers can't quite help with. Having all the curtains up can really transform the space and keep it clean and cozy. And from the outside, I like that the inside is not exposed to everything. The window covers themselves are made of Reflectix material, which I covered with felt. Easy on, easy off, and they store away. This particular topic is one of my favorites because it's ever-changing. I can be a little creative on this. Every year I get one or two different options that I try and test out, because based on the environment, wherever you are, the weather even, has a lot to do with your needs and how you want your setup to be. So the question is, what kind of tent is that? Let's start with the most versatile, because this particular tailgate awning, it's about 6 feet by 6 feet square. It does have a built-in wall with an optional second wall that just zips right on. You can change the orientation of this awning to the side of your vehicle. You can also change the direction of the walls. Don't forget to add your telescoping tent poles to adjust it to your vehicle's height. And it's easy just to take this thing off and put it right back on. Here's my oldie but goodie. I've had this for several vehicles now, and it just keeps on going. It's by Hey Trip, and it's just your average tailgate tent for an SUV or minivan in this case. And the thing I like about this the most is the screen layer that zips opened and closed. It easily slides over the hatch and down along the bottom. The views are nice from the inside. You can camp this way, or you can even zip that outer layer down and close it off. So you can keep inside the van cool, or have some privacy, take a nap, go for a hike. This is how it looks from the inside if you were to sleep with that shut on the exterior of the tent. It's come in handy, and it connects to other things too. You can use that outer layer as an awning with a couple of tent poles. Here's a fun one. It could be a little tricky trying to put it up yourself though, but this is a screened in awning that fits to your tailgate also. It expands 10 feet. So you've got so much space. This fits about 3 to 4 people inside easily with tables and chairs. And all you need is 2 tent poles to connect to the other end, and the rest of it is simply held up by your tailgate. The panoramic views are stunning. Just finding the right spot for this can be the only challenge, because you do need to have a spacious little campsite for this one. Packs down really small and only weighs 5 pounds. It fits easily in the trunk beneath the camping kit. It does an incredible job of keeping the bugs out. Now this isn't really a tent. These are just little curtains that I put up to use in times I'm not using one of the other tents and I want to keep the bugs out, and it comes in handy because I just use magnets to attach. If you want to also transform your vehicle by the side door to becoming a tent of its own, the roadie will do the trick. You can roll down your window, get a nice cross breeze. Of course, you can always zip it all up for the night too, like this. Want a quick solution for some shade? Simply grab 3 telescoping tent poles, a tarp, some bungee straps, and zip ties. Zip tie your tent pole to your roof rack, and then loop the tarp through the grommets and attach like so. I'm using an 8x8 tarp here. There it is. Just ready for the last step now, adding your 2 opposite tent poles to hold it up. Stake it to the ground. And look at there, you've got an amazing shade.
Alright. Na